Hi everyone, it's Ruby and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you my makeup routine. I have not done one of these videos showing you my makeup routine in a very long time, so I'm very excited today because my makeup routine has definitely changed a lot. What the makeup I'll be doing today is the basic one that I tend to do most days if I do makeup. I feel like sometimes it changes. Sometimes I go for like a matte look, sometimes I go for a glowy look, but this is just kind of the basic one, and I'll show you all my products and how I use them. All of these products I use today I genuinely recommend, and I have used them for a while now, so I can recommend them to you guys. But I'm in a natural daylight, which is my favourite light to be doing my makeup in, so I'm very excited. I've also got a mirror over here, so if you see me looking this way, it's to do my makeup, like to be able to see, because I cannot see through this camera. This is the first makeup routine I'll be doing in my new room, which is really fun. Without further ado, let's get started. I'm just gonna start by getting these clips and just clipping my hair out of my face. So I just do this. You can literally use anything to clip your hair back. You can use like a headband, anything like that. My hair's now clipped back, so we're gonna get started. First thing I use, and this is the thing that I use under my makeup, and even if I don't do makeup, I use this every single day. It is the Hyaluronic Booster from Superdrug. I've not even had this long and it's more than halfway gone. Such a good serum. It dries, but it dries really glowy and not sticky. I might actually have to put this. That's better. I'm going to be looking over here instead because it's more at my height. Now I'm going in with my primer, and for primers I have like quite a few, so I kind of change and like mix them up each day. I have quite a few that I've got over the years. I'm going to use this one because it is my all-time favourite, but the ones that I recommend to you is the e.l.f. Power Grip. This one I would say keeps your makeup down the longest. It's really good. And then I've got the Collection Mattifying and Hydrating. These ones are my favourites as well. This one though beats all of them, I can't lie. It's the e.l.f. Putty Primer. I love this stuff, but I think I'm going to mix it with some of the e.l.f. Power Grip because this is really good, and this one is good for like making everything look really smooth, but this one's good for keeping it down. I'm just putting a little bit of this. It's actually kind of emptying. When I first bought this, I didn't really understand the product, and when you use the e.l.f. Power Grip, once you put it on, leave it for a couple minutes because you actually have to let it get tacky, and I made the mistake of just putting makeup straight over it, but you have to let it sit for a bit. So that's what I'm gonna do. When you mix them together as well, they don't flake. Sometimes when you mix products together, they can go flaky and they don't sit right on your skin, and they make your makeup flake off and look quite gross. These two together works like magic. I'm now going to go in with two of my favourite kind of bases. I've never been one for foundation. It's never been my thing. I don't like the feeling of foundation on my face. So I've always tried to find ways to go around that and use products that are not foundation. I've got two of my favourites which I'm going to show you today. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow, and then I've got the Kind and Free Rimmel Skin Tint. These two I absolutely love. They sit so nicely on the skin, so glowy. I'm going to go in with this. It's kind of like foundation, but it's not because it's very like thin and it kind of melts into the skin instead of sits on the skin. This just kind of adds a tiny bit of coverage and a really nice glow, but it doesn't feel heavy. As you can see, you've already got that really pretty glow. It's honestly my favourite product. I will literally just use this on its own and it'll make my skin look so nice. Very thin product, not foundation-y at all. So if you don't like foundations but you want like a little bit of a glow to your face, a little bit of coverage, then definitely recommend that. I'm then going to add a little bit, I've just decided to, a little bit of the Halo Glow on just because I love this and I kind of want to give them both the glory on my video. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that on my face as well. I just want to show you what both of them look like, and that you can also use them together as well. You don't just need to use one. I've never had the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I don't know what it's like, but I know that this has always been like a dupe for it, and I never thought I needed to buy the Charlotte Tilbury one after buying this. I don't know, I just love this. It's really good. I'm just blending that out. That is what the base kind of looks like. Subtle but nice. Now for concealer, I'm going to show you what I do. So I really want to get the Too Faced concealer in my actual shade. This is one which I got ages ago and it's obviously definitely not my shade. I love the actual formula, is so nice, it's so pretty on the skin. So I mix this with the L'Oreal 24 Hour Concealer and it makes the perfect shade. I just put it under my eye and I just do a little bit of that. A little goes a long way with the L'Oreal one. Then I just use my brush to blend that in. You probably have noticed I do not use beauty blenders. I don't think I'll ever use a beauty blender again since discovering how much better brushes are. So now we've kind of used all of the cream products, I'm now going to go in with my powder products and this will kind of matte up the makeup. I'm showing you all of the makeup I use in full glory. I do not use all of this makeup every day. I'm trying to get in all of my products so I can show you all the ones I have. Now we are going in with the Hoola Benefit bronzer. This is my favourite bronzer. It's so nice. It's quite a subtle bronzer, but it's my favourite. I've really been into like the bronze makeup. I know that you can have like focus on certain products like either blush or bronzer, and I've been really into the bronze makeup at the moment. It's my favourite to do. Next up, it's blush. I love blush. It's one of my favourite steps of my makeup to do, and I use two. So I go in with the cream one first because that's nice to get a base down, and then I go in with powder. I feel like blush wipes off quite easily, so by using these two, it stays longer. So I use the Beauty Crop blush. It's the Butter Lip and Cheek Balm, and it's in, oh my gosh, I can't say that, mauve. This is it. It's a very pretty pink colour. It may look super pink, but like when it goes on your face, it's such a nice colour. So I just get my brush and then put it on your face. As you can see, super subtle, very, very subtle. I like using like a subtle amount of blush, and I like to blend it kind of upwards towards my head and like onto my eyelid as well. I just like the way that looks when you kind of blend it through your whole face. And then I go over the top with my Dandelion Benefit blush. This is the best blush ever. My best friend Emma also uses this and it's our favourite. It's the best. It's so pretty. I love the shade. It's very similar to the one I've got underneath, but it just mattes it down basically. Just like that. Next, my baking powder. I don't use any other powder. This is the only thing that works for me, and honestly, like, it's the best powder there. And this is the Revolution one, I think. I've had it for so long that the labels come off. I've had this for so long, and like, you only need a tiny bit. I just love it. It works magic. So what I do is I get my baking powder and I put a little bit of it into the cap. Then I get it on the powder puff and I put it in these places, under my eyes, like this, on my head here, and in that area, and on my chin. You want to put it in the places that you don't want your face to be shiny, and you want it to look really smooth, because this literally smooths out the makeup. And you just pat that into the skin like this. Now you've got a matte makeup. Whenever I use any makeup, I will use the powder. Right now, my powder is sat on my skin. It's sat there, but it's not sunk in yet. So I use the Revolution Base Fix Makeup Fixating Spray. Oh no, it's fixing spray. I don't know why I said fixating. This, when you spray it, will sink all of your makeup into your skin basically and keep it down. I love that setting spray because it doesn't feel wet on your skin. Keeps your makeup down. It's really good. Eyebrows. I have not finished my face yet, but I like to let the setting spray kind of sink in because it's still a bit wet. With eyebrows, I get a lot of questions on what I use on my eyebrows. So on a daily basis, I don't fill my eyebrows in. I don't do anything like that. But once a month, I do dye them. I use the dye brow. But one thing I do sometimes is I will stick them down to keep them from moving. So I use the e.l.f. Brow Lift. This is really good. And what I do is I get a spoolie. I got these ones. I got like literally like 50 for like £5 from Amazon. And then I just kind of put it in and put it through it. Make sure not to get too much product. And then I just go through my eyebrows with it once. And I just let that sit for a minute. You don't want to set them down while the product is still wet, because if you do that, they're just going to keep moving. So you want to kind of let it dry a little bit, and that's when you can slick them back. While that's setting, I'm going to do my eyelashes with you guys. Might get a little bit of controversy on how I do it, but it works for me. So I start by curling them. Then I go in with the Maybelline Sky High Cosmic Black Mascara, and I do one layer of it. I like for my eyelashes to look quite natural. I know some people like wear fake eyelashes and like do a lot of layers, but for me, I like the natural eyelash look. I like them to look long and thin. That's what they look like, all done. Now I let them dry, and then I'm gonna get people attacking me for this, but I then curl them while the mascara is on. And I know a lot of people will be like, that makes your eyelashes get pulled out. But for me, I've never lost eyelashes from doing it. Basically what I do is when it's dry, I curl them, then I slowly take it off, and it's normal. Nothing happens, they don't come out. I'm gonna let that dry, and while that's going on, I'm gonna go back to my eyebrows. Now that that's a little bit dry, I go in and I just brush them normally, and it just keeps them in place. It just keeps them out of the way for the day. Now, while my eyelashes are drying, I go in with my lips. For lips, it kind of varies because I change what I do with my lips literally every day. Most days I don't do anything to them, but when I do, I go in with the Barry M lip liner in the shade Blush. Just sharpened it, and then I outline my lips with this. I love this shade because it's quite similar to my actual lip shade. It's just a little bit darker, but it just adds a bit more like depth to your lips. I literally use this as a lip liner and a lipstick because it does the job. Once I've lined them, I then go in with a normal brush and I'll just go like this, and this just buffs it out a bit, makes it look a bit more natural. That's what the lips look like. I'm just gonna go back in with my eyelash curler and curl my eyelashes. Don't hate me for doing this, but I do it every day. Finally, the last step to the makeup routine is to add my favourite highlighter. It's actually a illuminator. It's the Fresh Face Luminizer from Barry M. I love Barry M, it's one of my favourite. And how I do this is I'll get my brush, just add quite a bit because it's quite buildable. Then add it to the side of my face and on my nose, and it's basically a highlighter, but it adds the most gorgeous glow. I literally love the glow it adds, it's so pretty. Then I go in with just a normal brush just to blend them out. Then just a little bit of setting spray, and that is the makeup done. So that is my finished makeup routine. This is what my makeup looks like, all finished. Obviously I would not do this every day, but the days I do makeup and I put effort into it, this is what it will look like. And these were all of my favourite products. They work so well for me and they never let me down, but this is what it looks like finished. Now I'm ready for the day and I've done my makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want any more videos, kind of get ready with me related, any other type of videos you're interested in, make sure to let me know in the comments. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!